I'm not too entirely sure what we're going to be up to in this video, but I do want to start with working on the SR hatch. Recently, the starter randomly went out. I think the starter actually internally failed because when I turn the key, it just free spins. And luckily, thanks to my parts hoarding, I happen to have a spare OEM starter. I'm hoping this is for an SR. It was in the SR box. Hopefully, if we get around to it, there's a couple things I want to do on the Skyline. I mean, Chevy Impala here. Recently, I took this car on a long road trip, and it's been my daily driver ever since. However, it does have an open diff still, so I can't really slide the car. I have this S14 ABS LSD diff that I want to see if it fits in the car. Unfortunately, there's not bushings in it, so we'll figure that out. The SR car has been dead for quite some time, so let's revive this thing. Now, since the SR hatch doesn't start, this is going to be really fun trying to get this thing on wood blocks because the jack doesn't just slide under it nicely. Yeah, is that going to reach? Honestly, I don't even remember what side the starter's on. Looks like we had some friends in here. That's not good. All right, starter is definitely on the passenger side. So we'll jack it from this side. Okay, that was a lot harder than I thought. We're on a wood block. Just make it a habit. Every time the car is in the air, shake the wheels, make sure everything's tight. Suspension checks out, although I do still need to replace these tension arms. I'll show you what I'm seeing. I'll shake the wheel and look right around here. Yeah, it's not a crazy amount of play, but that's enough that you'll notice for sure. Even from a visual standpoint, that thing is dry rotted. As for the starter, there she is. Step 1, disconnect the battery. To my surprise, these bolts actually seem easier to get to from the top. It's like right down here. Needless to say, the starter we took off the car was definitely aftermarket. Has no stamps or anything like the Nissan one does. Also, it looks a little newer. Interesting. Now, before I put this new one in, I kind of want to bench test it. I've never used a jump pack before to test a starter, but we'll see how it works. The ground we'll just put to the base. Positive we'll just put to this solenoid. Hopefully this isn't too sketchy. Hit the exclamation point. Okay, so this should start it. I'm going to connect this signal to the power. Comes out. You know what? While this is here, let's see how this one connects. Well, that one did come out. Interesting. Not too sure what's going on, but I don't know why this one stayed on. Either way, we're gonna put this one on and hopefully that fixes the problem. Starter is fully installed. Now, did that fix the problem? I don't know, let's find out. No power. Okay. Next problem. Maybe I turn the safety off. Yes. That was weird. It sounded like the starter engaged on the flywheel for a little too long. I did take off the key, but it did start up. Which also brings us to our next problem, is that this thing is running extremely rough. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like cloudy coming out. Almost like black smoke. Smells like a lawnmower. Always something with these cars. Maybe this one's just cursed with bad juju. Let's see if the starter works again though. Why'd it do that? You know what? At least the car starts. Maybe that's why that OEM starter was taken off in the first place. Oh well, stuff to look for. Now when we got this engine, it came with this wiring harness, and I suspect that the harness is the issue because there was some, I don't know, questionable stuff going on that side. But whenever I do a visual inspection, I also include just like wiggling wires and see if it makes a difference. And I was wiggling the MAF harness and it started running better. This thing's definitely due for an engine harness. We're probably gonna hit up wiring specialties, but then at that point I might as well delete the MAF and go MAP sensor, which means I might as well get an aftermarket ECU, and that just starts the rabbit hole, which is why I haven't really touched this car. I can't lie, the house has been taking a lot of my funding, but you know what? We're working with what we got. At least this thing can start now. You know, it's not a dead car sitting in the grass. Another thing I forgot to do is roll this fender. It started to undo itself after just normally driving. The tire caught it on one of the turns and it started to unfold. And that could be the beginning of the end. It could crease this really bad. So I'm gonna take off the wheel and hammer this back into place. Now we just want to very lightly tap this. Nothing too crazy. Alright, this is looking much better. Got a nice fold on here. That shouldn't come up on its own anymore. One of the homies opened a shop in the area. Figured we can go stop by and check it out. I also have some wheels I'm bringing with so we can swap around some tires. I can't believe how humid out it is. These are actually chrome, but they look silver because they're sweating. Crazy. Ooh. But first, let's get some lunch. Fun fact, this was my first ever job. Wasn't this location exactly, but yeah. 5 Guys, first job. While I was making minimum wage at Five Guys, I actually saved up and bought my very first car, which was the Acura Integra. The two-door, the black one that I still have. Although it wasn't black when I got it. This is quite the setup. Whoa. What up, Mr. Chad?
Fucking hot.
Yeah, it is. This is a sick spot, dude. What a view.
You may want to roll your windows down soon.
Yeah, right? For those of you who don't know, this is Mr. Chad's car. This has been on the channel a couple times before. Super good, super clean. He's got the 3-piece chrome Blitz Z1s. Oof. Probably one of my favorite wheels ever. But this is Wayside. So he just started opening a little shop here. So let's get a little tour of the place.
Is it tire?
I feel like the tires
they ripped it.
I think they ripped it.
We'll see what it looks like when you pull it off.
It's bad. Alright, Chad, tell us a little bit about the place.
Yeah, we just moved in like 2 months ago. Went from 1,300 square feet to about 8,000, so that
sick.
helps a lot.
That's a big jump.
Big jump.
So what kind of work do you guys do here?
Everything, and it's going to grow. The only things that we are not set up to do yet is alignments. We don't have an alignment machine.
Okay.
We are getting a couple 4-post lifts pretty soon. Alignment machine shortly after that. We're even dabbling in the paint world. We've got a big booth. We've done 3 cars now and getting better as it goes. Not really offering it yet, but
just getting it set up.
We're getting better at it before we start offering it.
That's smart.
Somebody wants a Thrasher paint job, sure, maybe.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that, and we're not set up to do dyno tuning. We don't have dyno tuning, but we outsourced to great shops for that, and otherwise you've got everything.
Okay.
Machines, TIG, MIG, whole fabrication area.
That's sick, dude. I'm really hyped to see this. I'm excited to see you make it grow.
Oh yeah,
something.
It's still very much in the works. The last shop was really cool looking and done up, and I put a lot of time into it. And I have to do it all over again in a 6 times bigger square footage. But essentially, it's growing from that point out. So yeah, I'll show you what the whole theme of the shop will be once it's done. But essentially, the whole exterior or the whole interior there is going to be themed off of this. This is essentially what's going on.
Bathroom, step 1. I like it.
Starting there, yeah. Starting there.
Perfect.
So yeah, like the stained wood, dark gray, green, that's kind of the vibes and the theme of the old one is going to pass along into this.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just working my way out this way. Next is this, inside and out, and then all the way around. The loft over there will be built out just like the old one, so I'm going to put a staircase, turn it into a nice little lounge, eliminate this area. Got some pretty unique, cool ideas of what to do with kind of all this.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Cool, man. I'm excited to see it. I'll be back.
Cool.
You're the closest tire machine to me.
Hell
now.
yeah. Now that you're way out west.
Yep.
In the corn.
In the corn.
Pretty wide variety of stuff too. And we
dude.
Originally we're like, yeah, we're just doing Nissan, BMWs, big BMW guy, I'm a big Nissan guy. We've got a couple cool projects coming up that's going to kind of blend those specialties together. But
cool.
I mean, got everything from Subarus with LS motors going into them.
No way. LS swap on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
5.3 going in that.
This is cool, man. I'm excited for you. Is this a Stagea?
Stagea, yeah.
And you said this was the first major project?
This is our first big one. Yeah, that and the Subaru over there.
Okay.
But this was just a regular DE.
Okay.
That is getting a whole bunch of goodies.
Woo!
DE plus T, big turbo. It's he's got enough bags right now and very quickly changed his mind. So
yeah,
I think he's going to be stepping into the drift world a little bit.
He's going to drip this thing?
Yeah.
No way. That's going to be cool.
So we've got a whole R34 front end on top of the mezzanine here that we're going to be putting on.
Sick.
And yeah, this is a fun one.
That's cool, man. You don't really see Stageas.
Yeah. And it sucks too because we just finished like the bag setup in the bag.
Oh, you guys put the bags on too?
Yeah, then we're going to have to take them off because like, I mean, we still got parts and stuff he brought in, but like we just finished the whole setup and everything.
Clean.
And that's going to get ripped out and replaced with coils. So we'll have a cool little something to hang in the garage.
Oh yeah.
The Diddy wagon.
Good stuff. Classic S13 coupe.
That's Angels. That's a KA getting turboed.
Okay, okay.
This is my other project that will be a little surprised when that's done, but that's getting a very unique powerhouse behind it.
Okay, I'm excited to see that.
That's the Wayside Paperweight. That is
Wayside Paperweight.
That's Marcus's. Hasn't run in like 10 years, but one day we're going to surprise him. It's just going to be green and ripping. So
there you go.
And then yeah, these are the 3 team cars right now. They went through hell last weekend. Yeah.
Driving hard?
Yeah.
I saw some footage from Final Battle. You guys were shredding.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You can look at the gas tank and like see the roof of the interiors.
Ooh. It's falling apart just sitting here. Damn. It's always nice to see a Zenki, but then you're like, damn, rotted.
Originally I was talking him into saving it too. I was like, no, we can bring it back, we can bring it back.
And we put it on the lift.
Then we put it on the lift and watched the whole thing like flex, and we're like, oh no, we might not be bringing that back.
Damn.
But
and then it was a devastating like 3 months because I've been collecting parts for it for what, a year now.
Oh damn.
And then he found his old high school car.
And then my car like from high school popped back up.
Really?
And we just picked it back up. It's the gray one over here. Been through hell and back. Stuffed it into the wall at Thunderdome when I was 17.
This one here?
Yeah.
Damn. Was this your first car or your first
No,
S
well,
chassis?
this was the first S chassis that I like kept around.
Okay,
Obviously,
I see.
We were blowing through them on a monthly basis, but this one always stuck around. Yeah, it's had a really rough life, but I'm super excited to have it back.
That's cool, man. It's crazy you found it. Not a lot of people find their OG car. Oh, they cooked that one alright.
Yep.
Damn. So I ended up picking up these CR Kais for a killer deal. And that's because it was rashed. But they are 17x9 plus 17, so it's like the perfect S chassis spec. But we think this is going to cause some issues with tearing another bead. So we're going to try and grind this smooth. Man, I love CR Kais, especially in chrome. I know the chrome isn't in the best shape, but from this far away, looks alright. I really like these CR Kais in the front. It's always good to switch things up every once in a while. Huge shout out to the guys over at Wayside for helping me out. I've really been enjoying this slower pace style life, you know, not too busy in the background with shops and typical Midwest advertisements. It's been nice out here. I dig it. Little date night extravaganza. Where are we going?
Tacos. Or, I mean, a restaurant, but tacos. I want tacos.
Well, maybe next time.
Okay, I can skip dinner. It's fine.
We were too late. Okay, try number 2. This is cool.
I'm thinking of.
Just the bar was open, so we gotta cook. What are we cooking? Who else is a salsa verde guy? Me. Doused. Are you forking a burrito?
It all came out.
Slight side quest today. One of the homies that is a part of Fargo skateboarding in the area, the guy that helps build the DIY park, asked if I can weld some metal for him for this quarter pipe he's making at the DIY. So we're heading to Fargo to see if there's some spare metal that we can use to make some coping. And then we're gonna weld it at my place, or maybe at the park. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. I'm honestly pretty excited to do some work at the DIY, especially welding outside. Something about it is pretty cool. We're gonna take the Cedric work truck there. Can't forget the welding gloves and skateboard. What up, gang? That's looking good. So you just want it welded like in the back here?
Yeah, yep. I was gonna say we just chop them at the right height and then weld them. Right, raise her up a little bit.
This is the highest.
Right there, right there.
Okay.
So a lot of you guys are probably wondering what's going on with this place. This is Mr. Nico.
What's up? How's it going?
Tell us a little bit about this. I know you're very heavily involved at this particular location.
It might be. Making a skate park, you know?
I love it.
Community for free.
That's
Just,
cool.
Something for us to skate, for other people to skate.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Just
this was like
having
spare stuff you had, right?
Yeah, it was just random stuff people donated. Thank you to everybody that's donated. Bought shirts for concrete.
And this coping was a random piece that you got too,
This
right?
is a random donation too from somebody's like construction job site. So
Really?
that's usually where most of the stuff is coming from.
This place is so cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Gonna weld some reinforcements here. We're just trying to weld this coping to the rebar so that when we're skating it, it's not gonna crack the coping or the concrete or shift over time or fall out. Just a little bit of structure. Looks like he's laid some bricks down, poured a little bit of concrete here just to try and secure them all in place. This is looking pretty professional, dude.
Trying.
This is looking real good.
Thank you, man.
Oh, whoa, that's cool. What is that? Like graffiti paint or something?
It's like art paint.
Interesting. Never seen that. We totally forgot to grind off some of the paint here. That way we get a better weld. We've marked the places that we want to have bare metal so that we get a good solid bead.
You think I'm filming him? Why am I filming this guy?
Some of you may have seen this park in some recent videos, but Mr. Nico has been killing it on making some obstacles. This is a boob. It's like a big circle blob. Got some benches here. This little kicker, the sick flat bar, little pyramid over there, some marble ledges, some shootout bars, pole jams. Cool stuff. This used to be a motel, and apparently they closed it down because they were making meth in it. Just flattened the whole thing out, and now it's a DIY skate park. Pretty cool. And the city's cool with it, so we don't gotta worry about nothing. We'll see. I'll do our first tack weld. Right here. That did not work at all. That's what we left, a little booger there. So we're gonna try and find some extension cords. Maybe we can plug into this apartment or something. We ended up plugging into the guys next door. Shout out to them. We actually asked for permission. They said yeah. Oh yeah.
Power time.
So it can be long enough?
I think so.
What's it about? If you gotta use the other one, it's gonna barely.
Oh, he's got feet over there still.
Oh wait, he just wrapped it around the pole. This.
Well, it seems we have already run out of extension cable. We sent someone to get one more. Alright, that's the spot you wanted, right? Hopefully we don't blow any fuses or breakers. Welded the first piece of rebar and already ran out of wire, so I gotta run home and get some more. I think I have more, hopefully. Damn, it's raining right now. This is nuts. It started downpouring. Thank God we had this tent. It was initially for sun. Now it's for rain. Quite the setup. My windows are wide open. I don't know if I want to get rained on right now. Working on adding a couple more additional supports. Thinking like right here. We have the extra material, we might as well reinforce this thing. But it's looking pretty good. Whew, we have just wrapped up with today's work. We got this coping on here pretty damn good. That is definitely not going anywhere. I also didn't know too much about concrete, but apparently framing it helps it lay and settle nice. So we built a couple extra structures here just to make sure this is all nice and reinforced properly. This has been pretty fun. I enjoy this kind of stuff. I really want to make some of this stuff at my house. That'd be crazy. Little mini skate park or something. But they're gonna pour this concrete in a couple days, so I'm really eager to see how it turns out. This thing's on some hydraulics. Hydraulics.
Yeah, on one corner.
It's a Dodge.
It's weird because it's on the front right. It's not on the back end.
The front right?
Yeah.
Fitment's looking good up here.
There's no wheel clearance there, and there is in the back. It should be the other way around. The back end should be loaded.
That's tough. Alright, what are we doing at Menards this late?
We're looking for a vanity light. It's really bright over here.
I wonder why.
And look at this one.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay, are you set on 4 lights, 3 lights? Or is it coming down to style?
Well, I feel like the vanity's kind of long.
True.
So like maybe a 4 would just fit the wall better.
I like this one the best so far.
Really? Okay. Oh, you can mount it up or down. That's cool. Brushed nickel finish with clear glass.
Alright, I'm not like into light bulbs or anything, but check this out. You can adjust the tone of white on this bulb. There's like a little indicator dial on here. I feel like I have to get these.
We need 4.
Feels like I'm buying some Coco Vitas right now.
No, it's okay, babe. I'll just hold everything.
Okay, you're doing great. Ready? Hello.